Good morning, Year 5 Green Group. Here's your Tuesday's math lesson. Please record today's date and learning objective into your book. You can see today we're going to be drawing bar charts, so it's quite a practical activity. There is no worksheet for this, but the video leads you through exactly what you need to do into your book. Can you put your flashback 4, please, in your book? First question, how many children have blue or hazel eyes? Use the chart to help you. Number 2, one smiley face represents 8 people. How many smiley faces will represent 40 people? Number 3, calculate £4 and 78 pence, subtract £2 and 67 pence. Number 4, what is 30 times 4? And then what is the time on the clock? Pause the video, come back to me when you've done. Let's have a look at how you did. So, we're looking at blue eyes. Here you go, that's 7. And hazel, that's 5. Together makes 12 children. 8 times 5 makes 40, so the answer is 5 smiley faces. To calculate this amount, take away this amount. Do £4, take away the £2, that's £2. The 70 pence, take away the 60 pence, which is 10 pence. And the 8 pence, take away the 7 pence, which is 1 pence. Add them back together is £2 and 11 pence. 3 times 4 is 12. 10 times bigger, 120. And 11:42 a.m. It's gone past 11 o'clock and it's gone 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42. Right, let's get into today's activity. We're going to look at how to draw bar charts. Get yourself ready to join in. Let's get ready. 1. How many does each tally represent? Pause the video. Do A and B. Let's see how you did. A is 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. B is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and one more is 26. In number 2, what comes next in each sequence? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What's next? 30, 35, 40, 45 and 50. Look at this sequence. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What's next? 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's going to help us today with our scales up the side for our bar charts. Number 3, what is the difference between 8 and 12 is 4, and 25 and 40 is 15. Let's learn. In previous lessons last week, we looked at tally charts and we've looked at pictograms. Here we've got children's favourite lessons. Got English, Maths, Music and PE. What information can we see about it? What do you notice? You should be noticing that PE is the most popular because it's the tallest bar, and music is the least popular. It's got the smallest bar. Most popular, least popular. English and Maths, we can see more children voted for Maths than English. Let's have a look. What other information would be useful? I wonder if you've noticed that we don't know the information up the sides. We don't know how many children voted for each lesson. So it'd be useful to have the scale up the side, and you can see here it goes up in ones. So what information can we see? 5 children chose PE. We can see that 2 children chose music. And we can see that 3 more children chose PE than music. Let's have a look at this one. Children's favourite lessons. What about if I switch the scale? This time it's going up in 2s. So more children voted. Can you pause the video and see what you think? Answer the same questions. How many children chose PE? Well done if you spotted 10. How many children chose music? 4. And how many more chose PE than music? Count up in 2, 4, 6. Because each bar is worth 2. Have a look at this information. It tells us the number of points that players scored in a game. Let's think how we could plot that onto a graph, on a bar chart. Will this work, going up to 6? Well, if we look at Annie and Ron, both of their points are above 6, so no, that's not going to be very useful. What do we need to go up to? What is the highest number? Do I need to go up to 60? Let's have a look at what that would look like on the graph if I drew those bars. Well, I can tell the difference in height, but actually I still don't really know what each bar is worth because they're all under the 10 mark. So that's really not very useful at all. What about if we go up in 2s? You can see we end up at 12 and Ron's goes up to 11, so that's really close to 12. Let's plot that onto the chart. Annie got 8 points. What will hers look like? The bar needs to be lined up with Annie and it needs to go all the way up to 8. Can you see how tall that needs to be? Let's have a look. Did yours look like this? Did you picture that in your head? What about Dora for 3? 3 is between 2, 3, 4. So it needs to go halfway between the 2 and the 4. Like that. That shows us 3, which is an odd number. Ron goes up to 11, halfway between 10 and 12, and Teddy's is 6. Pause the video and have a think about this one. How could you draw a bar chart for this? Don't forget the title at the top. Let's have a look at how you did. So what's this information telling us? It's got sports and children. What sort of title could we give this? Yes, children's favourite sports. We can see they've told us their favourite sports. You might have had something like this. What other information needs to go on here? Well, we can see the highest number is 12 for football. So again, we could go up in 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Then we need to plot it on. 12 for football. Hockey is 4. Rugby is 5, halfway between 4 and 6. Because we'd say 4, 5, 6. And tennis, 7, halfway between 6 and 8. 6, 7, 8. Well done if you looked like that. Here is that same chart again. Let's see if we can interpret the information. Pause and have a go at the questions. Which sports were preferred by an odd number of children? Well done if you spotted rugby and tennis, because they're both odd numbers. They're between the even number lines. 5 and 7. How many fewer children chose hockey than football? We have to look at the comparison from hockey to get up to football, and we're going in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. And how many were asked for their favourite sport? Well, for this one, we're going to need to add up all of the bars together to find out how many children altogether. 12, add 4, add 5, add 7 equals 28. Well done if you got that correct. Here's one for you to have a go at if you have a dice at home. Try rolling the dice 30 different times and make a tally chart of the number of times you roll each number. For example, if you roll a 1, put 1 mark next to a 1. If you roll 4, put a mark next to 4 until you've got 30 tally marks all together. Once we have our tally chart, don't forget after 4 you strike through for your 5. After 30 rolls, you total up how many there are in each side, in each row, and then present it onto a bar chart in your book. Draw carefully. Can you think of your own question to investigate if you don't have a dice to roll? For example, the number of jumps you can do in each minute.